What is the one thing every human being on Earth desires?
The quest for power is the driving force of history. Always has been, always will be. Those who fail to recognize this principle are not spared in the grand chess game, but rather are moved and manipulated by forces they do not understand. From the perspective of those who dominate the board, it is obviously preferable to have a population of ignorant pawns than it is to have an array of opponents which are capable of mounting an effective resistance. To that end, it has always been in the interest of the ruling class to cultivate illusions which obscure the true nature of the game.
Much of what happens in school is really for the convenience of people who have most of the power. There is, if anything, an active discouragement of critical questioning. Corporations claim they want kids who are able to think outside the box, but only so far as they're caught within a larger box.
When we would become friendly with an office and they were important to us, and the chief of staff was a competent person, I would say, or my staff would say to him or her at some point, you know, when you're done working on the Hill, we'd very much like you to consider coming to work for us. Now, the moment I said that to them, or any of our staff said that to them, that was it. We owned them.
There are different types of political leaders. There are the types who come into office with high ideals. They want to change things. They want to reform. They believe that they're doing something for the good of the public. And then they realize very quickly that politics is warfare. And they have to adapt to this environment. And leaders like that, perhaps Obama would fit into that category, can do very well if they're adaptable. And then you have other types like a Bill Clinton, perhaps a Tony Blair, or if you're Angela Merkel. These are more political animals by nature. They're very Machiavellian. It's in their DNA. They don't need to read The Prince. They understand how the laws of power operate. So if you're in a position of power, you have to play a game. The dynamic doesn't matter whether it's a dictatorship or a democracy.
Some of you may find this proposition frightening. If even a few motivated individuals started using these techniques effectively, it could seriously disrupt the balance of power. But that is exactly what's needed. I challenge you to look around. Look at the state of the world. Look at where these psychopaths are taking us. If you do not feel the imperative to change the course that we are on, then you're not paying attention.
At this point in history, you can no longer afford to live in blissful ignorance of the facts. You can no longer afford to be wrong about this. The decisions that these people make, the laws that these people break, the money that these people extract from the global economy illegally, and in some cases legally, everything that they do affects every aspect of your life.